Hello world, and thanks for watching IdiopediaWorld.com. I am Robinson Recalde, and today I will be talking about what are the HTML paragraphs and how you can use them. So, let's start. We all know by now that if we want to use the HTML format, we have some rules that we need to apply to our document. In fact, this entire course is about explaining you these rules. This means that we need to respect them if we want a clean website with no mistakes and if we want the approval of W3C. The HTML documents are divided by paragraph. The HTML P element defines a paragraph, as you will be able to watch in the example. Something that you must know is that browsers automatically add an end line before and after a paragraph, so you will not need to put a line break between paragraphs. I'll tell you more about line breaks in a minute. Just please wait. Let's first talk about the HTML display. You need to be aware of the HTML display, because if you are not aware, you will have a lot of problems here. Remember something. When you are making a web page, you are making it for the entire world to see it, not just for yourself. This means that around the world you will find different devices with different software, hardware, and screens. Resized windows, different screens will create different results for your web page, for example. With HTML, you cannot change the output by adding extra space or extra lines in your HTML code. Here we're talking about the HTML paragraph, of course. If you need to make space between words, you will not be able to do this by pressing a space until the words make that space only on your screen. Hear that? Only was the word, right? This means that these spaces will work well only on the screen size you're working on. And even when you did this, your browser will remove extra spaces and extra lines when the page is displayed. Always, as I said from the start of the course, remember to put the end tag. With the current browsers, the paragraph will perhaps function correctly without having the end tag on it, but forgetting the end tag can produce unexpected results. Line breaks, right? Perhaps it was more than just a minute, I'm sorry about that, but I am here now to talk about it. The HTML VR element defines a line break. The line breaks are the spaces you had needed in your document earlier, and most browsers accept them. You need to use VR if you want a line break, better known as a new line without starting a new paragraph. For example, we can have more than one paragraph inside the P element thanks to the line breaks. Now, something very important happens with the line break. Because the VR element is an empty HTML element, it has not end tag. So don't worry about it. You just need to write the opening tag. It's the only one you have actually. Okay, let's move on. So, the pre element. Wow, this is interesting. Have you ever heard about the point problem on HTML? If you haven't, I will be explaining it here. The point problem is just one simple problem writing paragraph when they are in prose. Fortunately, for all of us and for the brilliant minds that wrote HTML back in the 90s, we have a solution, and it's called the pre-element. What the pre-element does is to define a block of pre-formatted text with structure, spaces, and lines. Of course, you have two ways to solve this. You have the easy way and the kid way of putting the pre-element in your document, or you can choose to write the line breaks for every single break you need. Okay, what? Hello again. So, this is the first and only example of this video. Here I will explain how to use a paragraph, how to use the line breaks, and how to use the pre-element. So let's start. Remember that we always need to write our HTML document from the beginning. I will always recommend to write the opening tag and the closing tag at the same time. The title of this will be Paragraph Issues. Alright, so let's go to the body part. Body. Okay, let's use heading 1. If you do not know what is a heading, please go to the previous video where I talk about all the headings. So here we have paragraph issues. This is alright. Let's put our first paragraph. Here we have paragraph. Let's do something on the internet. Sorry. Okay. So let's use this paragraph. Lorem ipsum is a text that we programmers and designers use to put some content on the website. It doesn't say anything. This explains what a lorem ipsum is, but if you go here and you said, for example, I need one paragraph, I will generate the lorem ipsum, the result you will have is this. This is really used and it's really old. So let's put this. Fine. Let's save this document. And let's see how it goes. Open with Firefox. Yay! Here we have our first paragraph. Here we have the title, paragraph issues, and were explained before, paragraph issues in the title of the head. So, let me explain how a line break works. Oh, wait, yes, how a line break works. For example, imagine if I do this. The one thing I told you not to do, remember? If I do this, and this, and this. Here you have it. Nothing changes because the browser automatically delete the spaces. Of course, the spaces that you don't need. Okay, here we have the paragraph again. And imagine that we have a poem. Well, how do a poem looks like here? This is a poem, right? So let's see how it goes. Here you have the poem. The poem here does not look the same as here. So if we put, for example, here BR, remember that BR is the element for the line breaks. BR again. So let's see. There you have it. But this is like the most slow way to do this, because if I do this pre element, you will see. Oh, there you have it. Everything is like you want it. Remember to put the pre above and below the text you are writing. Sorry, I did not save it. Here you have it. So the line breaks, the paragraph, and the display issues are not that complicated. As you see, to use the paragraph is really simple thing, and you can make as much paragraph as you want. It doesn't change a thing. There you have it. In later videos, I will be explaining how to edit this paragraph, how to put some style. We put, for example, here the attribute style. We can add some attributes to this text. For example, yes, there you have it. You have the text aligned to the center. But later on our videos I will explain this. Of course, we with HTML5 tend to use more the CSS, the style sheets. But if we just want to edit one element, this will not hurt anybody. Let's prove this again. Justify text. Who doesn't love to read a justified text in a web page? There you have it, a justified text. Let's prove something. If I want, let's say, 5 paragraphs, I will generate the lorem ipsum, and here we have the 5 paragraph. 5 paragraph. This is a disorder code. It's really awful. So let's just clean this a little bit. Okay. There you have the paragraph. Did you see that these spaces were deleted? Well, these spaces are very important to have. So if we do not want to add some more P elements, we can put here BR, and that's it. I, for my part, recommend to put this all in different paragraphs. You will see the difference. Let me show you. Let me show it to you. So the excludes really ugly. There you have it. It's really different because when you write the P element, the browser recognizes that you are writing a paragraph and add some format to the paragraph. Like for example, these spaces. Remember the spaces? Well, there you have the spaces. And if we want everything to look really good, well, we can put it justify, center, left, and right. For example, this text is justify, this is not. And I believe that this is all for now. Hope to see you in later videos. Goodbye, folks. So folks, this is all for now. I hope to see you soon in later videos.